Good afternoon, innocent friends. I'm Father Julian, and today it's a delight to join you here once again to start a new video series that will give us a new dimension to ponder together as we continue to know and love and serve the Lord. Over the past several months, we've been looking at art and the sacraments and the liturgy of the Church, and come to a deeper understanding, I hope, of the different ways in which we can come to know God and appreciate all that He is and all that He does for us. And one thing that is quite important in that, one thing that is a feature of all churches and of every period of the Church's history, and is an important part of most people's spirituality and their relationship with God, is music. And over the next several weeks, I'm going to go over different hymns, different songs of worship and of praise that we sing together here at St. Thomas Episcopal Church, and that the Church throughout the world sings in one way or another as a way of telling God how much we love Him and how much we want to do everything that He has in store for us to do. And I thought that a good way to start would be with that famous hymn from our Irish brethren, "Be Thou My Vision." So forgive the simplicity of this tune. It has been many years since I've taken piano lessons, but been brushing up this past week on the tune, and so I hope that may be a joyful noise, if nothing else, unto the Lord. So without further ado, hymn 488. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me, save that thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. So this hymn is one that is familiar to many of us in the Church. It's one that is played often in communion services. It's played at weddings. It was played at my wedding, and also at a wedding I was at this past week. And it's one that has been featured in traditional form, Celtic form, contemporary form, and it really has stood the test of time. In fact, the original author of this hymn, it is traditionally said, is an Irish saint named Dallin, Saint Dallin. And forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Irish language is a complicated one. But it's one that was written some 1,300 years ago in the Irish tongue originally, and was only translated to the English language about 100 years ago or so. What is the appeal of this hymn? Why has it stood the test of time? And why is it one that has become part of the fabric of the way we as Christians worship today? Well, I believe it's because it's one that strikes a very interesting balance. In musical theory, there's basically two different kinds of music. There is major key music and there is minor key music, which is another way of saying that there's happy music and there's sad music. There's music with a happy tone in which there's joy and there is a jaunty and playful melody, and there's minor key and it's more sad, more contemplative, more laid back. And in this hymn, I switch between the two. you'll hear there's happy parts and there are sadder parts. And that's what the hymn is about. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. It's a happy one. Naught be all else to me, save that thou art. Thou my best thought, happy, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence, my light. And saying, in the daytime, when all is beautiful and great, thou art my presence, thou art my vision, thou art my light. And by night as well, you are with me when all around me is dark. As it says in Psalm 139, darkness is not dark to thee, O Lord. The night is as bright as the day. Darkness and light to thee are both alike. And this hymn captures that quite well. It speaks to us both when we are in a good place in life and everything seems to be the way it needs to be, and it speaks to us in our darkness as well. It speaks to us when things are tough. It's part of why it's fitting for a wedding. For better, for worse, may God be with us. So it is with our lives as well. May God be with us. Still be my vision, O ruler of all. Very, very simple message, but one that is conveyed powerfully, not only in a beautiful Irish tune, Slain, but in these words which capture our hearts and remind us of who God is and how consistent God is in everything that we're going through, in the sufferings and in the joys, the trials and tribulations, and in the celebrations, all of which we find in Christian worship, all of which we find in our liturgy, in which we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ and commemorate his death for us on a cross. Through everything that you and I are going through, may God be our vision. May he be the light in our heart that shines in the darkness. And may it become true that just as it is for the Lord, darkness and light to us are both alike. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to exploring many other hymns with you in the weeks to come. God bless you all. Take care.